Right then, Easter Water Lane. That's the point I'm at now. I've left the Mineries area of Priddy, which is over there. So let's walk past those cottages. Rose Cottage, under Barrow something or other. Then up there you've got the Barrows. There's the Stile, what I've got to get over. Up there you've got the Barrows. You only see one or two of them from this angle. I was up there earlier, looking down here. Back on the route, back to Priddy, a different route. And today I can go over this Stile. But when the cows are all in this field, I walk up there just a little bit and follow the lane, which is still a nice quiet lane, by the way. But when I get the chance, I always get over the Stile and walk across the field. Alright, let me just put that down there a minute. I don't want to have to jump and hurt myself. That's it. So there we go, nice stile. Nice old stone stile. Directing me across the track, which you can see. Right, I've just come across that field. There's a type of swallet there that leads to another cave-in system. Down there, hidden in those bushes there. We're at Eastwater Farm. Up there we've got where I was earlier, right up the top there. And I've done a big swoop around further over. We're now going to go, instead of following this lane all the way up like I did in the autumn, we're going to go through part of this farm. I've just got to do my lace up again. Hold on. You're going to go through this farm. Across fields where it's normally inhabited by cows. So once again, we are doing our winter walks. Eastwater Lane this is, here. It's a lovely one, it's a nice little walk, this one. It's a nice little walk, and you can walk through here. You can walk through the farm and go across the fields. Oh, we don't have to climb over the stile, we can go through. Go through today. And there's another, over there, you can't see it, it's behind a wall. There's another entrance to another pothole. Just over there. Behind that gate. So this is the mining potholers club here. This grey building in there. Potholers. Yeah, that's there's a couple of potholers there. It's always a bit boggy, this bit. The quarry are busy this morning. There's a lot of loud banging going on. There's a huge bang a minute ago. Must be knocking down a hell of a lot of stuff. Destroying a lot of geology. I don't think I've ever heard the bang so loud, actually. That's really quite... That's Cheddar Quarry. I think they got permission to knock a lot more down, to quarry a lot more, because when I went out there about 2 years ago, I met these archaeologists, and they said to me that they were brought in to see if there was any archaeology up the top there above the quarry, because the quarry wanted to take quite a big chunk more. I will take a walk up that way again, actually. So it could be that the boundaries have changed and that the bit I used to walk on is now no more. There's another little indentation up here. Could be to do with mining, could be to do with potholes and caverns, and it could be where there was a settlement. Who knows? They would have dug down into the hill, wouldn't they, for shelter? It's quite exposed up here. More of the Priddy Barrow coming into view now, where I was earlier, along the top there. There'll probably be some potholers come along in a minute. I've seen some putting their equipment on. They walk across these fields to, I think it could be called St Swithin's Swallow, that one. I can't remember, something like that anyway. I don't know if it's St Swithin's, but at Priddy there's an actual huge entrance to a cave-in system. They only put these new Stiles up a couple of years ago. I think it is 2 years now. Time flies. And they built them for men because you've got to take quite a big step to get up them. But once you're up here, there's a nice platform for looking round. Here we are, that's where the potholers stay. Little nice farm there. Gradually moving away from Priddy Mineries now. This is supposed to be one of the better days today. And if we turn around that way, I sometimes go across the fields here and pick up a little lane over there and follow that. And that'll take me over towards Eber Gorge if I do that. I do that sometimes. Usually this time of year as well. I do several walks to Eber Gorge. One's from Wells and Wookey Hole. I got a bruise on my finger. I pinched it in the gate a minute ago. When I was bolting the gate, it nipped my finger. I didn't draw blood, but pinched it really hard. Anyway. I just thought I do video this at least once a year. I've got to think of different ways of storing. It's expensive to store on cards. At the moment I still do discs, but I do realise that they do deteriorate, and one day they won't have disc machines, DVD players. But I also share to cloud. That's why I put my stuff on YouTube, Blogger and Facebook. I see them as storage facilities. Then other people share my stuff. So it is shared. That's the idea of it. Now if I stand still a minute, I've got a nice picture of the church where I started off this morning. St Laurence's church. That's where we're heading. That's where Alberta is parked up. There we are. St Laurence's church. Priddy. On the 12th of February 2018. I can never remember which gate I'm supposed to go through. I think it's this one. But there are two gates. I think you can go through either. Yeah, I've had to negotiate a few electric fences. I don't know if they're actually operational though, because there's no cows about. Yeah, I think, yes, right, it is through this gate. I remember the two trees acting as sentry, as guards. Hi, old trees. You've got to careful, don't pinch my finger on this one as well. That's it. This is a public footpath, as you can see. I'm not trespassing. And then as we progress all the time, the Barrows come into view more. They come into view more and more. I walked on some of those this morning. Trying to get inspiration, but the thing is, trying to pick up some advice in a strange sort of way from the ancestors, from the ancients, I should say. But because of what happened to Alberta, it's distracted me from my original thoughts. You just wonder what's going to happen next. I'm always frightened that they fixed the brakes, they said, and they fixed the lights, they say. I just hope that's true. It's quite nippy. It's quite nippy. People come out round these fields picking mushrooms, you know. I don't know what sort, but I do see people with bags sometimes picking up the mushrooms. Mainly in that field there. Of course, it's gone very grey now. On a very sunny blue day, the photographs and the video come out really well, and I have videoed this before. I'm just going to video in on the church again. Through there, look. St Laurence's. Right, I'm carrying on down here in a minute. I've got to climb over a stile, then go down another field to a smaller stile, get over that, and then sometimes I have to negotiate a bit of electric fencing to climb up towards the school and the church, back to Alberta, where I've got a hot flask of water and I'll probably have a herbal tea. And then we've got to go to Tesco's and do some shopping in a minute. Alberta's got to go back to the garage tomorrow for him to sort out why they have somehow disengaged the wire that connects the speedometer. It worked for the MOT. So it shows on the MOT how many miles I'd done. I even made a note of them, the miles, before I took her in. I wasn't expecting there to be another problem when I had to take her back to get the fan going. The fan that heats up the van and also cools it. When I came out of the MOT, that had stopped. I think the speedometer was still working though, because I took her for a small drive to Burnham. Back, that's when I noticed the fan wasn't working. Took her straight back to the garage. They fixed the fan. I must admit, I probably didn't look at the speedometer. I wasn't expecting it not to be working. And I haven't driven her since. She's been parked since Wednesday. The only thing I've been is just gone to check her over, like I always do. That bloke tried to say, oh, the rats and mice can get in there. Well, I say, oh, spiders can get in there. I believe in that. And, of course, if she is parked up for a long, long time, I suppose rats and mice would get in. I expect my son would know how to sort that problem out, but I'll go back to the garage because I think it is their fault, personally. Right, over and out, folks. Nearly back to Priddy. Sheila's reflections as well as a nice walk.